I was sitting here praying, watching church online as a backsliding Baptist when all of a sudden I got this notification. And this notification brought me to Dove Kleiman when Texas quarterback CJ Stroud was caught leaving a celebrity softball game with famous model Amber Rose. He ended up struggling mightily the following season. I'm thinking to myself, didn't I see this like last year? And yeah, it's right because it's an old clip. And people hopped in the comments and they started roasting the poster of this thing. They started saying stuff like, bruh, this was 2 years ago. Why are you showing this now like it's recent? What's the point of this post? This happened many moons ago, Dove. Worst account on X. There's nothing that really ties CJ Stroud to Amber Rose outside of them getting into a car that night. And when I looked at his stats last year, of course he regressed a little bit, like in yards per game and obviously his quarterback rating. But the reality is he still did win one more game and he took his team to the playoffs. So not enough can be said about that. But oh boy, Jalen Green, a lot could be said about his situation. Remember, Jalen Green is the young star over at the Houston Rockets, and they've been having a really good run as of late. Ime Udoka has really changed that team around. Then you add in Amen Thompson into the mix. The guys are doing well. They're the number 2 seed in the playoffs. The Golden State Warriors had to participate in the play-in to even get into the playoffs. But something happened on May 4th. The Golden State Warriors beat the Houston Rockets 103-89 on their home court. And of course, Jalen Green had this to say.
Coach Udoka, after this crushing loss?
Really tough loss, but keep my hands high. I know I work to do this summer, and keep my hands off them and how far we got people. Obviously, we're gonna play our best. He was capable of. We got him.
Jalen Green was held to like 8 points that game. And now folks are starting to talk. Is Draya Michele the reason for this breakdown? Let's go back to like CJ Stroud, right? Like there's a lot of young guys dealing with older ladies and we've seen it and it seems to be something that's quite popular right now. But why is it happening?
The reason that these young men are obsessed with these older women is because these young women are washed up. These women that are 35, 40, 45, 50, their credit right. They in the gym. They know how to eat right. They cook, they clean, they submit. They don't have unrealistic expectations. These young girls be built as if they had 7 children. They out of shape. They smoke weed. They drink. They want to party every day. They be washed up. They be missing side teeth. They skin be bad. They edges be gone. These older women, these seasoned women, they be having they together. Teeth straight, skin clear, they're hydrated, they know how to hold a conversation. You don't gotta tell her when to rub your back. You don't gotta tell her to rub your feet after a long day. These young women want nothing but expect everything.
I mean, shout out to the brother that was saying that, and I mean, obviously there were some jokes in there, but I mean, for the most part, that may or may not be true. I think when it comes to some of these younger guys and they're encountering older women, just like PJ Washington was doing with Brittany Renner, he might have thought that this lady was more mature, had more life experience. It was something like a status symbol to be able to sleep with somebody like Brittany Renner if you're PJ Washington, or Amber Rose if you're CJ Stroud, or even if you're Jalen Green dealing with Draya Michele. But the reality is this when it comes to Jalen Green. Draya Michele was never really about him.
More kids, or are you done?
Oh yeah, I want more kids.
Like how many?
Like one, I think.
So like the person you're
I don't
dating, you see like a future with them?
I think the question you were asking me is if I wanted more kids, and I feel like I want more kids.
And if you guys remember, there was a big story that went on that Draya Michele unfollowed Jalen Green right before the playoffs started. So he's a new father, has a child with him. His support system is not there. And again, he's against a legend in Steph Curry and Draymond Green in Game 7, a game they're supposed to win. at the Toyota Center, and Jalen Green, well, just doesn't come through. And so this kind of idea is not new. People like Russell Wilson dealing with Sierra, people thought that since he's been dealing with her, he's actually regressed as a quarterback.
I want to say, Sean Payton, you tried. Russell Wilson, get rid of your girl. That's the only suggestion I got for you.
Yo,
I don't got nothing else to do for you.
He can't get rid of Sierra.
If you want to win.
He's right, you know.
Now we can just say that, Russell Wilson is just getting old, but people felt like his quarterback play regressed a lot in Denver, and a lot of that could be attributed to Sierra. Now, I'm not going to do that because Russell Wilson still has some really great seasons after marrying Sierra, and I do believe that in some level, it can affect a man if his baby mama or long-term partner is not with him when he has to deal with professional sports. Just think about Steph Curry. I mean, he's been with his wife, Ayesha Curry, for a long time. Steph Curry may have problems, but he's not worried about baby mama problems, right? They're going to be married. They're going to work it out. His wife is not going to, unfollow him, and he's going to be able to do everything he needs to do this time of year comes about. She's been there. She's been through him with championships when he's lost things in the Olympics. So his wife is a rock in his case. Same thing with LeBron. Win or lose, his wife is a rock. But when you're a young man and you're competing against the best athletes in the world and your personal home life is not together and you lose in a situation where people believe that you should win, it must be devastating. And what people are now going to say is, aha, you see this guy? Dealing with these OG IG models will turn your life around. See, if Jalen Green wasn't dealing with Draya Michele, he would have won game 7. But when you deal with these chicks and let them use your money, this is what happens. He should have learned from the last guy. Her last boyfriend, Tyrod Taylor, she was trying to use him, and this guy thought he was special. Now look, she tried to leave him broke, and now he's losing games dealing with her. He's silly. This was all his fault. And to be honest, we can't necessarily blame it all on Draya Michele. But hey, if you were not dealing with Draya Michele, maybe your mind would have been focused on the game more. Maybe the Warriors played a good game on defense. Maybe you just had a bad night. But we're going to look at this from now on saying, hey, these older 3-0 fizzors are ruining these young dudes' lives. And if they were not dealing with them, they would be doing a lot better. I don't know what you guys have to say about it, but what do you think? If he wasn't clapping 40-year-old cheeks, would he have won? I mean, he had career breakout games in the playoffs and he was doing this thing, but would he have had enough to win this series against the Golden State Warriors? You basketball guys out there, is it her fault or was it not her fault? Or do the Houston Rockets just have a Jalen Green problem? Let me know in the comments. I'm out.